It's summer 2025, and if your iPad still looks like this, or this, and want to have one that looks like these, then you've come to the right place. Hey guys, my name is Emily and welcome to or back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm giving you guys an iPad tour. Recently, I've been obsessed with watching these, and I reset my iPad yesterday for the summer, so I thought that I would give you guys a little bit of inspiration on how you can organize your iPad and just be the most productive on it. Now, I have the iPad 10th generation in the pink colour. I got her for Christmas and she's so pretty. I have this Glossier sticker on the front, but I need to get more stickers to put on here. What I love about my iPad is that it's customized, and at the top here it says my name and the year I got it, which was 2024. It has a 10.9-inch screen and I just find this so useful. It is absolutely the perfect size for watching, doodling, completing homework, literally everything. She's lovely and I'm so grateful to be able to have her and use her. I also have the corresponding Apple Pencil. What I love about this one is that it has like the lid attached so you don't lose the top part, because I know my friend, she has a slightly older iPad and obviously certain Apple Pencils don't work with certain iPads, but hers, like, the lid doesn't come off, so I'm so grateful that I can just like have this on here. You can charge it super easily and I would definitely recommend having an Apple Pencil. It just makes doodling and doing all that so much easier. But shall we get into this? As you can see, this is my gorgeous lock screen. I made this collage myself, and as much as I don't want people to take my exact collage because I spent like literal hours making this, you can find a lot of these pictures on Pinterest, and I make them by adding all of the images into Procreate and randomly assorting them together and making them look put together. And this is definitely my favorite one that I've done. I also overlaid like some Taylor Swift quotes, some little objects, and it makes me so happy to look at this. Also on my home screen, when you've got it landscape, I have these little tabs up here. I don't know if you can see them, but they're in a pink font. The top one is the charge of my Apple Pencil. This is currently at 11%, I need to charge it. But the Apple Pencils do charge pretty quickly. So does the iPad as well, which is really nice. I also have a link to my alarms just to make sure that they're all set for the day. A UV tracker, currently the UV is 4. The world outside needs to get sunnier. A calendar, a widget to go straight to Spotify, and a widget that goes straight to camera. Although actually if I slide to the side, you've already got the camera. I also have a quick widget down here for notes, and then I also have unread mail at the bottom. But recently I've been very consistent with my emails, so I don't have any unchecked mail. I have the date in this like fancier font, and it's all in pink because, you know, it adds to the vibe. And then when I unlock my iPad, this is my beautiful home screen and I'm actually obsessed with it. We've got some big widgets, some smaller widgets, and then in the middle we have all the apps. I don't have that many apps because my parents are quite restrictive as to what social medias I can use, but I'm so grateful for that because I think it's made me a better person. But also, I lack storage all the time. Like, other day I was playing Roblox and I was like, oh, in order to keep playing you've got to remove some memory, even though I literally only have 2,000 photos, which is a lot, but it's not that much compared to a lot of people. Here's another look at the widgets. I have one for Spotify. Some of them are from Widgetsmith and some of them are from Color Widgets, and I'll go into detail about that in a minute. First off, I'd say that my favorite apps are Pinterest, YouTube, Safari, CapCut and Procreate. Procreate is my absolute fave. I use it to make all my thumbnails and stuff. Like, this is one that was in the works from a recent video, and I use it for doing all of these overlays because I can super quickly just erase all of the backgrounds and then have them on top. This one in particular, they came out really clean in, and I definitely think Procreate is worth the investment. I think it's like 12 bucks, but it's honestly so good and I would 100% recommend it. There are so many different brush types and different things you can do on here. As some of you may or may not know, I use CapCut to edit pretty much everything. It's super easy and convenient to use. What I love most is how you can add your own fonts, because I want to make my videos as aesthetic as possible, obviously. So I choose fonts from the website Dafont, and then I download them all and then put them into CapCut because it just makes your videos so much better if you have nicer fonts. And CapCut is just a really easy platform to use, and it has all of the materials that I need to make my videos. Obviously, as you guys know, I am a Pinterest girly through and through. I think scrolling on Pinterest is so much more like healthier than scrolling on, let's say, TikTok or YouTube Shorts, because It's more tailored to your specific interests, but it's also inspiring. Whereas I feel like YouTube and TikTok, it just kind of feeds you random stuff that you don't really care about, and then you get hooked just keeping on scrolling, waiting for something to spark your interest, when realistically, as long as you use Pinterest often enough, it will create really good feeds for you, and therefore you'll be more inspired. Obviously though, I still love YouTube, and YouTube Studio in particular is super useful, especially if you're a creator, because it just helps you track your earning statistics, you can interact with your community a little bit more easily, and you can see your analytics, everything like that. I'm also very much so a Roblox girly. I have the .me login streak, which is over 1,500 days. Yeah, we just don't talk about that. I actually have a Roblox group where I sell clothes. It's called Pink's Apparel, but I'd love for you to come check out my awful Roblox clothes that I made in like 2021. But if you want to, then go ahead. Obviously I then have like all the boring like utilities and stuff. Safari is mostly where I do all my online shopping, because as much as I could have every single online shopping app, why bother when it takes up a bunch of storage? Like I said, I don't have that many photos. This is all of my photos, and you can definitely tell like when looking at my screen like when different events were. Like all of my pictures from the Eras tour both times take up a significant amount of space, mostly because I don't want to delete any of them. By just looking at the colour schemes and the poses that I'm making, you can tell what era I was in my life. But I love that, you know. Onto widgets though. This one here is a Spotify widget, and it's just one of the narrow long ones. I don't really know how to explain it, but if you hold down on your iPad screen and then you press on edit, you can scroll and there will be a bunch of widget options. This widget that I use for the time and date is from an app called Color Widgets, which is free, but there are certain parts of the app which you have to pay for. You can make a bunch of countdowns. Like I still have one for Christmas, which is in 213 days. When I went to the Eras tour, which was now 339 days ago. But there are a bunch of fonts that you can choose from, and I love how aesthetic it is. And then so the rest of them, this one, and all of these like bigger images are from Widgetsmith. And basically you just have a bunch. You can press add widget and then you can pick your photo by holding on top of the widget, and then if I press edit widget, I can change the image if I wanted to. My background is just a simple aura. I have this blank page because I don't know how to get rid of it, but it's still very peaceful to look at, you know. And I am just obsessed with my iPad. The sound quality is amazing on this, and let me show you the camera. Like the camera on here is honestly better than my phone camera. It has the like 0.5 inspired mode, which is honestly really cool. Therefore, I kind of wish that this was portable and that I could carry this around instead of my phone, because my phone is old now. It's like ancient, but I have my iPad, which I use more often, and I think that an iPad is definitely worth the investment. Some features I would love to get for my iPad is potentially a new case, just one that's a little bit more aesthetic and girly. I'd also love to get the Air keyboard, because I think for schoolwork and stuff that would be so cool. I love the way it just floats and you can type. I would definitely recommend an Apple Pencil as your main accessory, but I would not speak more fondly of anything other than an iPad. So I hope you guys enjoyed. That gave you a little insight as to what's on my iPad, gave you some inspiration and inspired you for your summer iPad glow up essentially. My name is Emily and thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end, comment this emoji and I will see you in my next video. Bye!